We're going to talk about how to check anyone's character. Yes, there is a way to check anyone's character, and many of us have not realized that, but it's very obvious for us to see, but most of the times we take it for granted. But today we're going to deep into it and talk about it, how to check anyone's character. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the power of your works, the power of my works. So let's dive into it. According to a research done in 2027 years, men and women speak about 16,000 words per day. But we've not really come to the realization that these words that we speak could either build us or destroy us. And we have to know the responsibility in talking. If not, we're going to talk the wrong way and get the wrong results. You just have to kind of get a skill in talking. What am I talking about? You need to learn the skill of talking. It's true. When you learn the skill of talking, you immediately and quickly get the result out of your talking. And you and I know that talking is very important in this kingdom we are, which is, you know, in everything we do, you just have to talk. So you just cannot just talk anyhow. You have to learn the skill of talking. And that's what we want to talk about today, the skill of talking. The issue is that many people don't know that, yes, talking is a skill. And therefore, they talk anyhow and they act anyhow. Yes, it's true. They talk anyhow and they get anyhow result. Not everyone knows that talking is a skill. Yes, words are so powerful that it immediately reveals anyone to you immediately. Yes. The truth is that when you're dealing with anyone, you quickly know the heart of the person by listening to what the person is saying. So, what am I trying to say? You know if a heart of a person is good or evil by just listening to the words that the person is speaking. So, for example, we ladies, if you want to kind of know the kind of person you're dealing with, as in like a guy that you've been involved with or you're going to be involved with, for you to know the heart of that man, you just have to listen more to what the person is saying because you will be able to know if the heart of the person is evil or good for you to continue in any relationship or dealings you have with a person. Now, seriously, yes, I mean seriously, check your words. Are your words like a rotten eggs that you throw at everybody? The truth is that we don't really kind of check the way we talk to even ourselves because our words to ourselves can also be a rotten egg. What are you saying to yourself when you are alone in your heart? What are you talking to yourself? Are you speaking to yourself in a way that you can't even speak to another person else? You are producing something and you have to be careful. When you're speaking rotten words, like rotten eggs word to yourself, you're actually kind of killing yourself. That's just the truth. Our words, our interactions with people every day, especially when we speak, shows the state of our hearts. Yes. Are you speaking rotten words to yourself? You have to pause and think the kind of words you're speaking to yourself. The truth of the matter is that you cannot just speak rotten words to yourself or to somebody and then come back and say, I don't mean it. No. Remember, every idle words, you will give account of it. And it shows immediately. The result is instant. Your words come to manifestation because it has life. So guys, what are we trying to say? Our words are our measures. Our words measures us. Yes, that's the truth. Our words measures us. Our words dictate us. And words can dictate and measure anybody at all. You can just relax, and in any conversation you find yourself, you can just relax and get the state of that person immediately if you can relax and just listen to the words coming out of that person's mouth. Now, lovelies, the truth is that the words we speak with our mouth can either do two things, can do two things for us. Sorry. Yes, the words we speak from our mouth can do two things for us. Our words can condemn us, and our words can also justify us. So you be the judge. Which one do you prefer? The one that will condemn you or the one that will justify? So now, what am I trying to say? The words that we speak justifies our character. The words that we speak shows our personality. Yes, I don't need to know you that long, but when you come in contact with me and you start speaking, I get to know your character and also your personality. That's just the truth. Now, the word we speak every second, every minute, every hour, every day, every month, and then years follows us. It becomes a spirit that attaches itself to us everywhere we go. It's like a sweet smell, it's like a perfume that you carry that people perceive. So your words becomes a spirit that attaches itself to you everywhere you go. You don't need to talk much. People see you and they see the kind of person you are just by the words you speak, because your words become a spirit that follows you everywhere you go. So guys, I'm going to talk about words power in my own life. I'm going to tell you how I experienced this in practical manifestation in my own life. I'm going to tell you my experience with words, how I practically see the power of words in manifestation in my own life. And it was just so very remarkable, as in mind blowing, that I could not believe that yes, it actually worked. Because when it all started, I didn't really know that it was really powerful. Our words are spirit that attach itself to us wherever we go. Sit back and relax. Let me tell you the story of my own experience. So lovelies, I cannot stop but talking about my experience with war power. My words came to manifestation in my life that it all blew my mind. It blew my mind so well that these days I do not take what I say casual. Yes, I don't. Because I saw the manifestation of war power in practical manifestation in my life, that I cannot just stop talking about it. And I kind of tell anybody that care to listen that you just don't speak anyhow. Because when you speak anyhow, you get anyhow. That's just the truth. Speaking what I want before actually seeing them come to manifestation happen practically in my life. Okay, when I finish, I'm trying to kind of tell you my experience with the words that I spoke, and now I saw them come to realization in my own practical life, and it really blew my mind. When I finished my secondary school, and my dad has a whole lot, I grew up to know my dad and having a whole lot of houses. Yeah, I'm telling you practically my experience with life. So, it like kind of moving from one place to another, from Jos to Utbo. And I stayed there a little bit with my mom in Utbo. I schooled there and all that. But when I was about rounding up my secondary school, my dad took my mom to the other part of Benue, Utba, yes, we call it Utba. That's where I'm from. So my mom went to Utba, but I have to like Utba is the kind of how will I put it now? Like kind of an inner city. Yes, is it an inner? It's a suburb in it's also a city per se, but it's also a town per se, but not really from Otukpa. Otukpo is like kind of like a village. So my dad moved my mom from Otukpo to Otukpa. I hope I'm making sense. But when she got there, I could not go with her because I was already in school. So I had to kind of stay alone with my stepmothers and then finish my school, then, go and meet her. So immediately when I finished my secondary school, I went to Utba. That's like kind of a village to go and stay with my mom. And I stayed there. I don't really kind of like the life there. So I will kind of be, I don't know how I'm going to put it, but deep inside me, I desire to move from that village to inside town. Not really in Benue, just go out of the Benue as a whole and move to another state. And as I was kind of thinking it, and my group of people that were together, I keep saying that I'm not going to remain here. I'm going to move from here to another level and all that. And the way I was, it was so very obvious that I don't belong to, this can I, let me just say this inner city or yes, kind of a village. I just had to move. So it happened that my elder brother then, who is late, got married and then, told my mom that he just had to carry me from there. I was saying it and it came to manifestation. And that was how my elder brother took me to Kaduna. I stayed in Kaduna there with him and the wife got me admission into Polytechnic and I started Polytechnic. But as I was doing that, as I was studying in a Polytechnic, I come across friends and all that, and I got to realize that there is a higher place to go to better than Polytechnic, which is university, and the discrimination between a Polytechnic graduate and a university graduate is really kind of very high. So, and I started speaking that after my diploma, because I did certificate, then did yes, intro. I did intro in Polytechnic, certificate intro before I started my ND1, then ND2. So I practically spent 4 years in Polytechnic, which is supposed to be enough for me to be a graduate from university. But when I was coming out of that university, or when I was there, I keep telling my friends that I'm going to go to university. How? I don't know because I don't even, my dad is not here in Kaduna, is in Benue, and doesn't really kind of care about my education per se. So, and I don't know anybody, but I keep saying it. I'm going to go to university. I'm going to go to university. And as I was saying it, that's how, let me use this word. The universe keep aligning things, and God keep aligning, everything that have to do with me towards that line of university. And to cut the long story short, that's how I got my admission into university. And when I got admitted into university, you know, I started talking again. Not that I have a knowledge of what I was saying, but I keep speaking out what I want to say in my life. And as I was speaking it, I keep seeing it come to manifestation. So I finished my polytechnic and I got admitted into university and I started speaking that when I finish my university, I'm going to start serve in Abuja, that I'm not going to any other place. I keep saying it, not that I know any politician. I serve in Abuja I schooled in Abuja University. When I finished, when I was there, I keep saying that I'm going to kind of serve in Abuja. And then NYC, if you are kind of doing your NYC, you know that it's not easy for you to kind of serve where you schooled, especially Abuja, which is the federal capital of Nigeria. I keep telling myself that I am going to serve in Abuja. And it happened. When I finished my university, I actually served in Abuja. And when I was serving, I told myself, when I was in the camp, I started telling myself that I'm not going to teach, I'm not going to go to any other place, I'm going to kind of serve in a bank. And guys, that was what happened. I'm just trying to kind of cut the whole story so that how not to make not to make this video very long. I served in a bank. That's just the truth. Though I was rejected, but somehow, God just arranged it. The universe had arranged it, and I served in a bank. And When I was about serving, I told myself that I'm not going to go to the suburb. Yes, that's the word I'm looking for. The suburb of Abuja to be coming to the bank, which is in the city center. That's a central district. I'm not going to kind of you know go to the suburb and then be coming. That I'm going to stay as a resident in the city for me to be able to go to my job as a job place where I'm serving and all that. And that's what happened, guys. As a copper, I rented a house in the city center. Yes, as in area one. If you know Abuja very well, I stayed no area two. I stayed in area two as a copper, and I was working then in Union Bank. Served there, paid my house rent. How did it happen? I don't know. But all what I know is that I spoke it, and it came to manifestation. So yeah, guys, that was it. You know, I stayed in the city center. You don't even ask me how I got the money to pay because everybody knows how, you know, um, how high the rent in the city center of Abuja is. But I was able to serve in the bank and also rent my house and stay very close to my house in area, as I was where I work in town. Now, when I was serving, they keep saying that when you finish your NYC, you're not going to get a job. You're going to kind of stay in the house and be looking for your certificate will not be relevant to you because you're not going to get a job to do. What's the point? You're going to learn a skill. But I keep talking. Like then, seriously, guys, I don't even know what I was saying, but I was just, talking what I want to see happen in my life, and we're just, having fun saying it. And funny as in remarkable enough, I saw it coming to pass in my life. So I started talking again, not conscious of what I was saying, but I was saying it. I said, I'm going to finish this youth service and I'm going to change jobs from one job to another, from one job to another. I'm not going to lack job to do. And guys, that was what happened. When I finished my NYC, I got series of jobs. I served in an insurance. I got a job in an insurance company. I was not comfortable with the money that they were paying me, and I changed to a traveling agency company, like kind of a traveling arrangement company. Booking flights for people. I was not comfortable with it because it's a one-man business. I was not comfortable with it. I changed it. I got a job again in real estate company. You understand, City Gate. Then it was called City Gate. I worked there for a while, but I was not comfortable with that job. I changed the job again. And then I got a job in Visa. Then it was a communication, company called Visa, but it has changed now. I think another company acquired it, but then it was called Visa. You know, I got a job there. I was registering SIN. Then in those days that you register SIN, you move from one place to another, registering SIN and all that. I was doing that. I got a job there. I was, doing that job. How many jobs? About three or so now. When I finished my NYC, so I didn't even stay at home looking for job at all. And when I finished, I finally now got a job, which I'm doing now with the federal government. And that was it. I was satisfied for a while. And that's what I'm doing for now. Then when I was, working, I started talking. The goalposts keep changing from time to time. And it was time for me to get married. I spoke my husband to be. Yes, said it categorically. This is the kind of person I'm going to get married to. I want a tall person, a man that will be able to admire, a man that's spiritual. And guys, that's exactly what I got. I got a man that I admire. Now, why was I saying that? I was saying that in my head that I need a man that I'll be able to kind of that is tall and is handsome and is spiritual so that whenever where he makes me angry, I'll stay the height and I'll console myself. My husband, I got married actually, and my husband is actually tall. That's just the truth. And then my own children's own was, I spoke my children to be. I remember when I was in school writing my, undergraduate project, I even, kind of wrote, was it masters? When I was doing my masters also, I dedicated, I acknowledged my children, though they were not there. The number of children that I want three children, and I gave the sex the way I want a boy, a girl, then the third could be a girl or a boy. You understand? I spoke them, and today I have a exactly the number of children the way I want. My first child, a boy, and the second, a girl, and then the last, a boy. Do you see the power of words? So I was saying it then, I never knew how powerful it is, but it actually came to manifestation. So your word, what you say, is spirit, and they follow you wherever you go to. It's true, guys. I saw it physically in manifestation in my life. So, having said all this, is it not now real for you to evaluate your words? We have to keep evaluating our words. The word we speak from our mouth is powerful. The word of our mouth is powerful. You see, this tongue is really powerful, and we need to keep evaluating what comes out of this mouth from time to time. And if you ask me, I know some people will now be saying, "How will I evaluate the words that comes out of my mouth?" I'm going to tell you how. So, firstly, I'm going to give you three ways that you need to start evaluating your words. That we need to start evaluating our words. Then I was doing all this. I do not have a primary knowledge of what I was doing, and it yielded a result that blew my mind. So now that I know it, I have to take advantage of it and do it the right way to get the result that I wanted. Yes. So I'm going to mention three ways that we can evaluate our words. Three. Firstly, we have to evaluate, that's check the way we speak generally. You need to kind of become conscious of the way you speak generally. That's the first step to take. Consciousness of the way you speak. As you go about your business, start listening to yourself more, as in, how do I speak generally? As in, the way you talk generally, you have to start checking it. That's the first step. Then the second step, you have to check the way you speak to yourself, as in inside you. How are you speaking to yourself? You need to check it consciously. Then the third one is how you speak to others. What are you saying to other people? You might think that I'm talking to other people. It doesn't matter. Guys, it matters a lot, because the way you speak generally, the way you speak to yourself, and the way you speak to others all become spirit and attach itself to you wherever you go to. It's true. I told you about my own experience. Now, I'm going to give you a practical example of what I'm talking about. If your words are harsh, that's just what you're going to get. That's just the truth. Watch it. If you are the kind of person that is harsh, you speak bitter words, you kind of lash at people. It's very obvious. That's the state of your mind. That's just the way your mind is, and you just have to start working on it. You might be saying to yourself, "That's the way I speak. That's who I am." It's true. That's the state of your mind, and you can do something about it. So the word you speak from your mind, from your mouth, excuse me, sorry, the word you speak to from your mouth, that dictates the state of your heart. I don't know if that's clear. If you're a harsh person, if you speak harshly, if you kind of speak hurting words, you're a hurting person. Yes, you're hurt inside and you need to do something about it. And it's also the same in the other side. If your words are gracious, if your words are loving, if your words are, you know, peaceful, that's the way you are inside. That's just the truth. There's no logic about that. The state of your heart produce what you see. That's just it. Now, it gets me so very kind of amazed when people say, "I did not know this is the person he is. I did not know this is the person she is, blah, blah, blah," and all that. But you can know an evil person and you can know a good person. How? A mango tree cannot produce an orange fruit, right? So the words that a person speak out of his or her mouth dictates who the person is, whether the person is evil or a good person. Never you forget that. This is how to know an evil person and a good person. It's true. I there's a slogan that I used to hear when I was growing up, that nobody is perfect, nobody is perfect. And when I started reading, you know, I discovered that this slogan is not true. Guys, it's not true. It's evil, it's wrong, it's not true, because I've come to the realization that that slogan just has to change, that nobody is perfect. Yes, for example, if you read a good book, you'll find out that you can be perfect. And what makes a person perfect? A person can be perfect when you can tame your mouth. Yes, when you can tame this, you are a perfect person. So, perfection is in your mouth. What are you saying? You can be a perfect person when you tame your mouth. So, perfection is in the mouth. When I came in contact with this, when I discovered that I can be a perfect person, and how can I be a perfect person if I can tame what I'm saying, if I can tame my tongue, then I'm a perfect person and I'll be able to control my whole body. I kind of, I was just not comfortable with it till I had to kind of study more and discover that yes, that there is the secret, there is a way to go about it. And what is the secret? The secret is that I just have to become conscious of what I am saying. Become conscious. Think before you speak, not speaking before you think. When you become conscious of your words, then you can indeed become a perfect person. Because perfection, never you forget that perfection is in your mouth. It's just the truth. And another secret that I discovered with this is that if perfection is in my mouth, then I have to watch what I'm saying. And how will I watch what I am saying when I don't know what to say? So it matters what you feed your spirit with. Yes, what you feed yourself with will eventually become what you speak. So the Bible says, the good book says, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So you need to kind of consciously know what to feed yourself with. You have to feed yourself with the right stuff so that you can speak the right thing and then you can become a perfect person. Another beautiful thing now that I just want to remind us is that if you're a Christian, you're born with this truth, and that's who you are. You have abundance of the following. You have the abundance of love. You have the abundance of beauty in you. You have the abundance of goodness and excellence in you. Never you forget that. And this is who you are, and this is who you are, and this is what you're supposed to speak. Abundance of love, abundance of excellence, abundance of peace, abundance of goodness, and abundance of meekness. This is who we are as Christians. So never you forget who you are and then speak who you are to be. So as I was saying, the truth is that, we're born with all this abundance of, love, peace, joy, and all that. We just have to kind of feed ourselves more with it and then speak it forth into our life. And the beautiful part of it is that as a Christian, when Jesus was leaving this world, he said, I'm going to give you a helper. Yes, and that is the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit is in us, and you just have to be conscious of who He is in your life. And when you're conscious of who He is in your life, He teaches you what to say. So you just have to know that you're just not an honorable person. You carry the Holy Spirit inside you, and the Holy Spirit will teach you of what to say at every given time. And don't be afraid. You just have to kind of speak the right thing because you're creating your own spirit that can attach itself with you. So you just have to be deliberate about it. And that's why you have to become conscious of what you say. And the Holy Spirit that Jesus gave to us will teach you what to say when you're supposed to say it. Guys, seriously, how do you measure maturity? Yes, is you measure maturity by old age, as in the more years you acquire in your life. Is that how to measure maturity in individuals, in a person. You and I know that you've seen so many elderly people that behaves like children. So obviously, maturity is not in age. Yes, maturity is not in age. So how do you measure maturity? Sorry, you measure maturity by your works, by the way you speak. That's how you measure maturity. And it's there clearly in a good book that Christian maturity is in your mouth, the way you speak. So you can be speaking in tongues, you can be so busy in church doing a whole lot of things, but when the words that comes out of your mouth are not edifying, you're not a matured Christian. You're a baby wearing diaper. So guys, permit me, I just want to kind of read, something out here so that we can kind of know the power of words and how to kind of keep regulating ourselves with the way we speak from time to time. Humans regulate each other with words. If I don't speak, you will not know me. The power of words can affect the brain. Yes, your words can affect your brain. Words regulate movement in the brain, even when the body is still. Did you get that? Even when your body is still, when somebody is speaking to you, your brain is moving. So your words regulate the brain. The power of word is wiring of our brain. Yes, our brain is wired with words. Don't ever forget that. Words are tools for regulating human body. Your whole body is regulated with the way you speak. Yes, and with the way you allow people to speak to you. If you are not a fat person and somebody keep telling you you're fat, you will start seeing yourself fat and eventually you will become fat. That's just the truth. Your words creates your reality. What you say to yourself create your reality. That's just the truth. Change the dialogue you have about yourself. So this is the time for you and me to start changing the dialogues we have with ourselves inside us. Yes, that's the truth. There is power in declaring good things over your life. Start declaring good things over your life because it works, guys. I told you my story. With your words, you can bring things into existence. It happens to me. Your words may become a reality. Your ideas may become a reality with your words. Yes, you have a whole lot of ideas in your head. When you don't speak it forth, you don't get it. Guys, this is GIECHICLEAR's flavor. If you've not, at this point, if you're listening to this, you know, um, if you're watching this video to this point, I think it's time you hit the subscription button. Yes, please do. Yes, this is GIECHICLEAR Flavors. In this channels, we encourage we encourage ourselves with our experiences, and whatsoever we go through, we see it as the spice of life. And we talk about it. We share about our challenges. We share about our goals. We share about our achievement here. So we talk about everything about our life freely here. Yes, that is what we do. We encourage ourselves. We share our life's journey. That's basically what we do here. Yes, so subscribe if you've not and hit the subscription button quickly. Then turn up the notification bell so that when we post, you'll be the first to be notified. Thank you. So let's go back. I said your ideas may become a reality with your words. Be mindful of your words because what you say matters. It has effect over your life. It's true. Be intentional with the things you say. Spoken words are not empty. Be not deceived. Be careful with your words. Don't subject your ears to poisonous words. When somebody is always killing you with their words, please run away from that person. It's not by force. Don't speak words that will attract the fallen angels to you, especially words that are against God. Let me, talk about this a little bit. When you're saying things that is against God, that's what the devil did, and God threw him away from heaven. God pushed him away from heaven. So if you are the kind of person that is always saying things that is against God, against his intention, against what he wants to do, when somebody talk about it, you kick against it. You are really attracting the fallen angels into your life. Never you forget that. What you proclaim with your mouth is what will be. That's just it. That's just it. Don't forget it. Now, guys, I just want to kind of take my time a little bit here to talk about the power of silence. Yes, you might be going about your work and you meet a whole lot of people that say a whole lot of things and it's not comfortable with your own spirit. You must not respond. Embrace the power of silence. When somebody is saying things that it does not resonate with you, it's either you keep quiet, just keep silence and just be, saying what you want to say concerning your life in your own heart. Yes, let the person be saying what they're saying. So just embrace the power of silence in some circumstances because it's really powerful. Now, yeah, we'll come to the end of this video. But before I finish this video, I'm going to kind of give us secrets. Yes, secret that I've learned and I'm going to be using it. And I want to kind of share it with us in this channel today for us to start applying it. And what is learn how to be silent? A person with good sense learn to be silent. Yes, you just have to kind of learn how to be silent in many. I'm using it. I'm that kind of person that if you talk to me, I'll talk back. If anything is hurting me, I speak the way it hurts me. But this is I'm learning and I'm trying to kind of apply it in my life, knowing that the best thing I'll ever do to myself right now in this season that I am is to be silent, is to go silent in so many things. So instead of lashing out, just be quiet. And I told myself that when you are angry, learn to be quiet. Instead of saying things at the end of the day, you start kind of getting, you now start regretting why you said that. So instead of lashing out, be quiet. Yes. And when you are angry, don't just stop. What I'm using right now and again is that, to be in a stage of constant gratitude. And that's the essence of this channel, constant gratitude, being in a stage of gratitude and thanksgiving constantly. No matter what I see, instead of, whining and saying, complaining and all that, is just to be in a stage of constant gratitude, constant thanksgiving, no matter what. Instead of complaining, just appreciate God that at least you're alive. That's it, guys. The power of tongues. So, in rounding up, I'm urging us these days, all of us, to be intentional with the way we speak. Yes, to be intentional with our words because it's a powerful tool. Our tongue is given to us as a gift, but it also a powerful tool that you can chart the course of your life forever to go in the direction you want it to go. So right now that I have a full knowledge of how to use my tongue, I am chatting because everything I ever wanted to achieve when I was kind of in school, in university, has come to pass. Seriously, guys, I'm not joking. It's true, it has come to pass. So now I'm learning how to start chatting the course of my next life, as in how I want my old age, my life with my husband, my children, and all that to start going. And thank God I have a full knowledge of it. So I'm going to use it skillfully. And I'm urging us all to do the same. I love you guys. This is GIECHICLEAR's Flavors. We've come to the end of this video. Thank you. The video is very long, but I just have to kind of capture everything here in this episode. Thank you. I love you guys. Bye. Mwah.